A very simple sermon. It's taken from Psalm 23. It's a very popular song. Maybe one of the most popular songs. Okay? It has been set to music. I don't know if you all know the Cremant, that's a type of music, and also Brother James Eyre, that's another type of music that has been set to. It has been used at funerals and has been memorized by youth and adults all over the world. All over the world. This psalm is popularly called the Shepherd Psalm. The Shepherd Psalm. Okay, and the writing of this psalm has been attributed to David, King David. Remember, David was king. Now, and we know that David had a very colorful past. Amen. But the Bible also refers to him as a man after God's own heart. Okay, so we can't count anything that we do out. Okay, here David is seeing himself as sheep, and as far as we know, sheep aren't the smartest animals. But the Bible likens us to sheep. Because sheep need to be guided. They have to be guided. You know, they have been known to eat themselves right off a cliff. They just go grazing along, grazing, and not realizing that there's a cliff there. So, sheep need to be guided. Amen. As Christians, we need to be guided. Now, this psalm has a wealth of information and comfort in all verses. But this morning, I'm going to use the word outline and focus on the third verse of the psalm. The third verse. And I will use for my topic, He restored my soul. Amen. Hallelujah. Yes. Does just make you feel calm and peaceful. Yes. He restored my soul. Yes. But before we go any further in the psalm, we're just going to take a look at the writer of the psalm, who we said is King David. Yes. So we know in the beginning that David was a shepherd boy. Right? David was a shepherd boy. So we know that he took care of his father's sheep. Now that means that he knew what hard work was about. Hard work. Christians, we are here to do hard work. Yes. It's not just a light ride. You have to study. You have to read. You have to memorize. And sometimes you have to put fires out. Shepherding is hard work. So David knew hard work. Now, as I said before, sheep are prone to wander. And when they wander, they cannot find their way back home. You know, we know that animals are built with certain instincts. And when they wander, especially dogs, they can always find themselves back home. But not so sheep. The shepherd has to go and find them and bring them back to the fold. Another thing we learn about David, he was a very skillful musician. He played for King Saul when Saul was in a state of depression. He was anointed by the prophet Samuel to be king of Israel, even while Saul was still king. So right here, we can see that David had a humble personality because he did not go about bragging that he was king. Remember, Saul was still king. Okay? David was anointed by the prophet, and we know that in those days the prophets were directly in connection with God himself. So if the prophet says so, it's going to be so. Okay? David didn't go around bragging that you're king. No, your time is up. No. He remained a servant, and guess a servant where? In King Saul's house. In other words, he being a servant, he served even though he knew he was king. Even though the prophet said, you are going to be king.
That's good, preacher.
You know?
Yeah.
You're going to be king. He did not go and get his kingly crown and start parading himself. He remained humble. He remained a servant in the king's house. Remember now, in the king's house. Okay? I think there's a lesson there for us. Greatness is coming. Prosperity is coming. You just have to wait your turn. What God has for you is for you. No one can take it from you because you know what? It's already done. It's already done. But just know, a word of caution, just know that you can delay the coming by not being ready, by not being mature enough. You know, God has to make you and mold you into His will so that you will be ready to serve. Okay? He has to mold you, make you, take off some of the rough edges, you know, so that you can serve. And only when you're ready, God will put you there. Okay? David had some rough time ahead of him. Now, in 1 Samuel 16, verse 18, David is described like this. Now, this says in the Bible. David was described as the son of Jesse. He was cunning, as I said before, in playing. That means he was skillful at the harp. He was a mighty, valiant man. A man of war. A man of war. Amen. You could not just roll up onto David. Amen. You could get hurt. And real badly too. Yes. He was prudent in matters and a comely person, and the Lord was with him. Amen. This is important right here. The Lord was with him. Amen. Now, even when you're in the Lord's will, just know that trouble will find you. Trouble will find you. You don't have to go looking for trouble. It will come to you. And when it does, child of God, you don't have to run away. You don't have to call Mary Jane or Sue. You don't have to call Ray or Big T. You just have to run to the rock. It's Jesus. The rock that we're talking about is Jesus. David was King Saul's armor bearer. And guess what? Saul tried to kill him. Many times Saul tried to kill him. Now, this is the same David that played for Saul when he was in a state of depression. You say, what? What? Really? You're going to kill this person who's been so good to you? The thing is, David could have taken Saul down. He could have taken Saul down. Remember, you know, David, this is the same David that killed Goliath with one stone. One. He took 5. He only used 1. He was a sharpshooter. The army could use him. Just 1 stone. Alright? And he took Goliath down. Goliath was a giant. Okay? Now, on separate occasions, he killed a lion and a bear with his bare hands. With his bare hands. You think he could take Saul down? He could take Saul down, of course. After you have done all of that, and he was in the house with Saul, he could take Saul down. I'm sure he could. But guess what? David respected authority. He respected authority. He knew that his time was not yet. When the Lord is with you, you don't have to run scared. You don't have to run scared. You don't have to be jealous of anyone who has anything. Because God has you covered. You don't have to be afraid of anyone either. some. An obstacle in front of you? Right over it. Thank you for those obstacles. Yes. Thank you for talking about me. Hallelujah. Thank you for doing this. That will make me closer to God. Yes. Okay. So just know that our God, whatever is happening, He will restore your soul. He will restore your soul. Let us break that down. Okay. The first word we see here is He. He. Now, who is this He we are talking to? You say, He who? You know, who is this He we're talking about? Now, this is just one little word. One little word. Or is it just one little word? Only 2 letters of the English alphabet. Okay? But it depends on who you're talking about. This He that we're referring to, that we're talking about, is always written with the uppercase. No matter where it occurs in the sentence. Although I hear some places and powers that we are trying to change that. But we're going to hold on to it because we know that He is the only one. They can do whatever they want to do. You know, but God is God. God is God and you can't change that. Okay? Now, this He we're referring to, our God, the creator of the galaxies, the commander of the armies of heaven. He sustains all things by His word. He knows every star by name. He knows the number of sand on the seashore. Can you number the grains of sand in a teaspoon? See? This God, He's awesome. 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 He is the one who created the earth out of nothing. He said, let there be. That's the God we serve. That's the God we serve. Let there be. And it will be. If God said, let there be a man with a foot on his head, there will be a man with a foot on his head. Okay? He said, let there be. That's the God we serve. He is our Jehovah Jireh. The Lord, our provider. He provides for us in time of need. We can depend on Him. We can lean on Him. We can lean too hard that He falls. Remember, He's a rock. He's a rock of our salvation. You can't push Him down. You can't run Him over. You can always be Him. He's there for you. He is our Jehovah Shammah. This means that He's always there. He's always present. He promised never to leave us and never forsake us. When you go through the fire, He's gonna be there. And if He doesn't take you through, He's gonna be in there with you. Just like how He was with the Hebrew boys. Remember those Hebrew boys? He was in there with them. So when you are going through, child of God, Christian friend, don't worry too much. I'm not going to say don't worry at all because we're humans. Okay? But just know that God is with you. He's in there. When you can't see up, He's there. When you can't see down, He's right there. When the fire even gets hotter, remember how they increase the fire. But God is in there with you. All is not lost. He is with you. He is our Jehovah Shammah, the Lord our help in hard times. Anybody have ever had hard times? Does anyone know those hard times? Oh my God. If you don't know about hard times, it'll come. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. It'll come. But just know that He will bring you out. He will bring you out. It may be painful. It may be painful. Because no suffering is enjoyable. It may be very painful right now. But He our Lord is able. He knows exactly how much you can bear. He knows exactly how much you can bear. And sometimes we run to the Lord and say, you know, I can't stand this anymore, Lord. I think you're trying to kill me. But Lord says, you are my child. You are my child. I know you. I know how much you can do. This He that we are talking about, He is the Alpha and the Omega. He's the beginning and He's the end. He's the first and He's the last. In good times or in bad times. What a mighty, awesome God we serve. The songs that we just sang, the choir just sang, what a mighty God we serve. Mighty God we serve. He's awesome. He's awesome. And we have to reverence God as that. Know that He is mighty and awesome. There's no one like Him. No one like Him. People can try, but no one like Him. Don't listen us to our second word. Restore. Restore. Is there anyone who needs to be restored? Anyone needs to be restored. And you know what? At one time or another, we all need to be restored. Okay? We all need to be restored. It's like we have been full at some time. We were full. But sometimes we get empty. You know? We get empty because of the trials and the tribulations that weigh us down. We go weary and we grow tired of all that's around us. And sometimes we look for external forces to restore us. Yes, we look to drugs, we look to porn, we look to friends, we look to everything else. But guess what? Only God can restore. Only God can restore and refresh you. These things might calm you for a little while. But if you are looking for restoration, true restoration, that comes from God and God alone. God alone. No one else. No one else. God alone. Now, like I said before, we have been likened to sheep. And like I said before, sheep do not always know where they're going. You know, sometimes we really don't know where we're going. We just go. You know, we just go. All right? And I said before, they have been known to, you know, eat themselves all the way off of a cliff. The good shepherds lead us into the paths of righteousness. He goes for you. He comes for you. He finds you. His arms are open wide. He always says, come, come, come unto me. Right? He's not going to forsake you. He's leading you home for His own name's sake, for His glory, not your glory, but His glory. All right, for His glory. Now, David was tired of running. He had done wrong. David had done some real bad things. You know, real bad things. You know, he took somebody else's wife. He caused somebody else to be murdered. You know, he sent out the warrant for that person. But yet, he was a man after God's own heart. See that? But David had to pay for that. He had lost his joy. Lost his joy. Has any one of us lost their joy? Amen. You come. This is what we do. We come to church. And you come in and you go out, and you come in and you go out. It's not fulfilling you. That's a sad case to be in. Amen. That's a sad case to be in. Amen. But guess what? The Lord can fix anything that's wrong with you. He can fix whatever is wrong with you. Whatever ails you, He will be able to fix it. And don't feel afraid. Don't feel bad that you need restoration. Remember, Peter also needed restoration. You know? Remember, he went out, and what did he do? He denied the Lord. This man who was walking with the Lord, walking foot to foot, he knew everything that the Lord was doing, the miracles and everything. And he went out and he denied the Lord. And he just didn't say, no, I don't know him at all. I don't know that man. No. The Bible said he denied him with fisherman's oath. That means David was cussing up a storm. Telling how much he don't know Jesus. He don't know this man. And then he went out and he wept bitterly because he knew what he had done. And did the Lord cast him out? No. Did the Lord say, listen, Peter, you're not fit to be my servant. You're not fit to follow me because of all that you have been saying. You saw all the miracles that I did. But yesterday you walked out and you cursed and carried on. No, the Lord did not do that. That's the God that we serve. That is the God that we serve. He will restore your soul. You may be tired and frustrated, but just come. Come to the water that he gives so freely and let the Lord restore your soul. Just lay yourselves to him and let him restore your soul. He's good like that. You see, he's not like us. You know, we hold on to grudges. You know, somebody do you something. Well, you know what? I'm going to do it back to you and do it more than how you did it to me. You know? But God is not like that. You know, when I used to go to church, I always heard the old people say, thank God for Jesus. I didn't understand what they were saying, but now I do understand. You thank God for Jesus. Yes. Because he will restore your soul. You just have to leave yourself to him. Just lay on him. He will restore your soul. Amen. God is good. And this leads us to the third word. My soul. Yes. My soul. Yes. Now, in the dictionary, soul is described as an entity which is regarded as being immortal or the spiritual part of a person. This is the part. Some people just think that they're going to die and it's done. Okay? No. Whether you're a Christian and whether you're a sinner, this is the part of you that never dies. Amen. Your soul is what you want to give to the Lord. Amen. He will anchor your soul in the haven of rest. Your soul is important to the living God. That's why Satan is working so hard to get your soul. He wants you. He wants you. Don't worry, Satan wants you. You know? He really does want you, and he's working real hard to capture your soul. But what does the Bible say? Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. So, let God have your soul. He's the only one who can satisfy your soul. If you're tired this morning, come to Jesus. He can satisfy your soul. He can restore your soul. Is anyone frustrated or lonely? Come to Jesus. He can restore your soul. Sometimes you're just tired of being tired. Life has weighed you down. The joy is gone out of your life. Anyone at their wit's end? Wounded or heavy laden? Silently backsliding? Come and turn it to Jesus. This church is a heavenly hospital. And Jesus is your doctor. Jesus is your doctor. You don't need a better doctor than Jesus. Just tell it to Dr. Jesus. You're lame, go to Dr. Jesus. You're feeling down, Dr. Jesus will help you. You're sad, Dr. Jesus will help you. Just go right to Dr. Jesus. Alright? Just come and put everything to him. Your heartache, your worries, your pain, your insecurities. God cares for you. All the cares that you have in this world, God cares for you. He wants to restore your soul. He wants to give you life, and not just give you life, but give you life abundantly. He just doesn't want to save you and put you in a chair and say, sit. That's not what the Lord is about. He wants to restore you for his kingdom. You got to work. You got to do something. Okay? Because if you don't, you might be in danger of straying. So you got to get busy for the Lord. For the Lord. Not for yourself, but for the Lord. His arms are open wide. He just wants to restore you. Just reach out to Jesus. The song says, reach out to Jesus. He's reaching out to you. Anyone needs to reach out to Jesus this morning? You know, forget about the too cute to cry, too cute to die attitude. That's a lie. Come and let Jesus restore you. You're not too cute to do anything. God is there with you. He will restore your soul. He will restore your soul. Only if you let him down. You see? You gotta let him. You know? Because he's not gonna drag you. You know, when I was growing up, I always say that the heart door, the door of your heart, is made with no knob on the outside. There's no knob on the outside. So Jesus is not going to open it. You have to open it from the inside. So you got to let him come in and restore your soul. Now this is my conclusion. What else can we say about this week? The Lord who restores our soul. David had a personal relationship with him. As a personal relationship with him. If you notice, in the psalm, the personal pronouns are used. I, my, me. It did not say our, us, or anything. The personal pronoun. So David had a personal relationship with God. You too can have a personal relationship with the Lord. He is for me and he is for you. God is big like that. You know, he can take us all. You know? He loves us all. He wants us to come to him all. But he still has time for me individually and you individually. You know, he loves us one and all. You know, he is never too busy to speak to one of his children. Never too busy. We do not have to make an appointment to speak to him. You will never be put on hold or on a waiting list. We have access to God 24/7, 365 and a quarter days a year. 365 and a quarter days. We have access to our God. He's big like that. He's mighty like that. He's awesome like that. He never slumbers. He never sleeps. If you can't sleep at night, don't call Miss Chloe. Call Jesus. Jesus will answer you. He will talk to you. He can talk for hours if you let him. And he's a very good listener too. Very good listener. You can tell him everything. Some of the things that you can't even tell your dearest friend. You can tell it to Jesus. And guess what? Because he knows it already. He knows it already. You know? So just tell it to him. He loves when his children come and speak to him. He can be your personal savior. He is your personal savior. He is your confidant. You may be in a period in life when life is throwing you hard curves. As soon as you overcome one thing, something else hits you. And now you have uncertainty, confusion, chaos, but Jesus will restore your soul. Jesus will restore your soul. And you will read, when he restores your soul, this is how you will read Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me mercy shall follow me, not some of the days, but all the days of my life. I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. I will dwell in the house of the Lord. No matter what, no one can get me out of the house of the Lord. No problem, no struggle, nothing at all can get me out of the house of the Lord. I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Come what may, I'm going to stick with God.